Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm cutting Mike off again! Because, well, it's driving, so you gotta cut people off, right?
I mean, it's a skill to cut people off and get away with it, admittedly.
It is one that I have perfected over the years.
If Byron seems too low on this commentary, please let me know. We can turn him up for the next one, because I've noticed you seem a bit low the last like 2 videos, and I don't have an explanation for it because we have not changed any of the settings.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. I haven't changed anything on my computer either, so I'm going to go ahead and blame the international druidic conspiracy.
So if you think Byron's a little bit low, or you just want more Byron, I mean, that's also an option.
Overpowering.
Well, Lachlan Nichols going for a spin.
Lolchan, you crazy, crazy bastard.
He's quite a ways off the back of the pack, 4.6 seconds behind me, and yeah, he's not anywhere near, which is bizarre because he was second placing practice.
You talk about practice?
Yeah, apparently Lachlan is not Allen Iverson. He delivers in practice and not in the game.
Not the game.
He's
currently racing for Dick Pills Incorporated.
He's the Mike Whitehead of ESR.
Some might even say the Keith Jardine.
No, Jardine delivered. Mike Whitehead was the guy that everyone's like, in the gym, this guy's a fucking killer. This guy's a top 10 205er, and then it just never showed up in a fight.
Some might even call him the Joe Diesel Riggs of ESR.
I don't know. Joe Diesel Riggs had a weird career. His was more just accident prone, like shooting himself in the leg.
Though I always heard though, and like he will beat the brakes off you in the gym, but as soon as he gets under the lights of the actual thing, not gonna happen majority of the time.
I don't know. I can't recall a fight that Joe Riggs lost that I was like totally convinced he could win.
I was just never convinced he was a real person. I thought it was a digital construct in a jar.
Made up of entirely spitting tobacco and a bullet in the leg.
Hold my spitter!
New livery there for Josiah Jerome. He's got the Adele Foucali livery this time around. So he's in the red and blue car there. They're
working together. It's a conspiracy.
On pole position. And joining him on the front row is the Dick Pill car of Ben Davis. Oh, I figured out why I thought Prixium was a dick pill company, by the way.
Because it has prick in it?
No. There is actually a dick pill company that it sounds a lot like Prixium.
Okay.
I probably saw it on a late night infomercial or something. Here we go. Red lights, red lights, red lights. Go! We are off, and it looks like everyone more or less getting away pretty cleanly, except for Lachlan Nichols, who appears to be having internet connections at the back of the pack.
Dang it, little Chad.
Slipping up into second place is Joe Racer briefly, although Joe, on the brakes rather early into turn 1, loses the spot to Ben Davis. In the mix there is also Andre Mull and Wayne Hutchinson. At the back of this group is, of course, Michael Magus, doing a little bit, doing poorly here in Sepang as his general hard course.
And as per usual, when the caster talks about himself in the third person, you gotta drink.
It's true. That is ESR drinking game. Gustav Ekstrom back on the grid after a 1-round absence. Good to have him back. Notably absent. I was a little bit disappointed that Matthew Tarbug was not here for this particular race. He's a promising young driver that we definitely miss on the grid. And Lachlan Nichols has spotted everyone a good 11, 12 second lead. So just being sporting. But it's pretty close together at the front. Everyone's still very close with this Josiah Jerome-led train back to Michael Magus in 8th position. Ben Davis looking to make a move into turn 1. I will say that this track is incredibly deceptive in terms of overtaking opportunities, because the cars, due to some of these like sweeping corners, tend to lose a lot of grip, and you'll like see the car ahead of you sliding out wide, and you're like, oh boy, here I go diving down the inside again. And then you slide out, and you're like, oh, that really wasn't on.
Awkward!
And Corner 1 was a great example of that. I believe I referenced it in the 101 race that we did, where everyone was diving down the inside and not getting anything done. You're going to see a little bit of that here as well.
Well, that sounds boring. We should all just turn this off right now.
Never. We must let the Academy
fair
boys have their day in the sun, sir.
Well,
This is their chance to. This is their chance at podiums and victories. Although, you know what? I'm not going to be surprised if Josiah Jerome takes home a win in one of the main series this season. They're doing very well lately.
Yep, we're going to get that boy a couple extra beads for his abacus and see what we can do.
Absolutely, especially if with the reverse grid and 3D speed. I think that's my prediction. Josiah Jerome will win a race before the end of the year, and it will be like a non-Academy one. It'll be a main series race.
But what if Mike Stoffmill harpoons the shit out of him?
Mike Stoffmill would never do such a thing.
What if I paid Mike Stoffmill $2?
I feel like he has more pride than that. You're gonna have to at least drop a 20.
$2.50.
$2.50
Correct.
Not really much going on in terms of movement here. Wayne Hutchinson has lost his top 5 spot to Gustav Ekstrom, who's putting a lot of pressure on Andre Moll there for 4th place. So Ekstrom coming through the grid very nicely. We'll see if he can deliver. Behind him, you can see that is Hutchinson in the white, blue, and red car, and then further back is the Bonk Motorsports, the Red Bull car of Michael Jeffries.
Bumpity bump.
By the way, I would like to thank Josiah Jerome. His penalty that he took at Bathurst put me and Paul Riccobeni in 1st place in the 3D Speed Teams Championship. Yeah!
Well done.
He took a 10-point penalty for an unsafe rejoin.
What a giant bastard.
Ooh.
I hope we have him destroyed immediately.
Speaking of going for a gap that may or may not have been there, Mike Jeffries just stuck his nose up the inside of Wayne Hutchinson and is looking to do it again. Can he get through? They are side by side through turn 2, heading into turn 3. Looks like Hutchinson has held the door closed on this particular occasion. Andre Moll successfully retaining 4th position ahead of Gustav Ekstrom.
A couple of BMWs came up the laneway the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Wayne Hutchinson getting a little bit off track there. Wayne Letterkenny Hutchinson may lose a spot here to Michael Jeffries.
It's just a little slap on the ass. It's fine. It's consensual.
It doesn't involve an ostrich. Allegedly. No one outside of Canada is going to get this.
There's American Letterkenny fans.
That's true.
Actually, Letterkenny's very popular on Imager because it's hilarious. So it gets an international audience. There are many people around the world who are aware of Letterkenny.
Oh! Andre Moll getting a little shove there from Gustav Ekstrom, who moves into 4th position for the time being. Might face a penalty for that later, though.
Gustafsson.
Michael Jeffries has also made his way past Andre Moll. Michael Magus has gotten past Wayne Hutchinson, so he is top Canadian at the moment. And Lachlan Nichols is catching up to people, so he has found the speed that he had in practice, but I mean, spotting the entire field about 12 seconds, it's making your job real hard when you're trying to come back from that kind of deficit.
I told you sandbagging, he's going to win.
You heard it here. Byron Dirksen backing Lachlan Nichols for victory.
He's going to use some of that old Kiwi magic that he had imported.
He's going to randomly get the wallaby blood going.
We're going to sacrifice a couple of known bats. We're going to get going real fast.
I've actually got a kimono dragon that's going to attack the lead cars.
A kimono dragon? That's the weirdest comic image I've ever seen in my head.
Indeed. Let that marinate in your head for a while. It'll just get better. Ben Davis still putting the pressure on Josiah Jerome. Can he get past the Caribbean driver with his 25 frames a second? Again, I gotta throw that in there on like every commentary now.
Correct. In other news, I came home today and my stupid cat had gotten into a bag of buns that I had and ate like half of, like almost
buns.
2 entire buns.
Man, my cats just look at bread and go, what the hell is that?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know anything about diabetes, but carbohydrates and diabetes, not a good situation.
No, they're not.
So I'm waiting for her to go into some kind of diabetic shock or something, and she'll deserve it for being an idiot. This is the same cat that slammed her head into the deep freeze last week because she was so excited she was doing donuts and just drifted way too far to the left. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You still give me that look.
I don't know. I think good old Rampage Jackson may have done something dumber. By which I mean my family's cat, not the actual Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
We had a barbecue not too long. This might have been last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. Days are starting to blend together on me. I'm that bored at work. What can I say? Hopefully no one from work heard that. I'm at the house and I just hear this meow, meow, meow. I'm like, what? Jack comes leaping up onto the couch and overshoots the couch and hits the wall.
Very nice.
Good work there, Jackson. He is the clumsiest cat imaginable, pretty much because he's got a stubby tail. He's
my friends had a Manx cat once. It was entertaining.
Josiah Jerome holding off Ben Davis here, but it does look like Ben's got the faster pace. He's pulled alongside the Caribbean driver a couple of times. Hasn't really managed to make an issue of it yet, but might just be a bit of a matter of time. Joe Racer in third ahead of Michael Jeffries, who's overtaken Gustav Ekstrom, Andre Moll, Michael Magus, Wayne Hutchison, Lachlan Nichols, rounding off the field as it's starting to get a little bit stretched out here, although there's a pretty good battle still going there for fourth. You can see that in the background. Pretty much everyone's together. A bit of a lonely race, though, shaping up for Joe Racer. 4 seconds off this battle for the lead, and about 6.5 seconds ahead of that battle for fourth, so he's kind of in a bit of a no man's land right now. And I know, of course, that Joe has been seeking to work on his traffic driving, so that's got to be bugging him just a little bit.
Well, there's your problem. You don't want to actually drive in traffic. You want to just run all the cars off the road.
In the meantime, battle of the former Prixium teammates continues with Josiah Jerome, of course, having left the Prixium team to sign with BMW Motorsport, the factory team.
And yes, we are aware that it's Pixum, not Prixium, but there's another thing called Prixium.
We're going with it.
There's actually, I looked it up, there's like 4 or 5 different, there's like a esports team called Prixium, there's a couple of companies called Prixium, I think, and a product here or there.
It's a bizarrely common term in the business world, and I couldn't really even tell you why. It's got to be Latin for something, doesn't it? It's got.
I would have to assume most things are, and especially stuff that's in French.
I'll take your word for that. You can see Lachlan Nichols in the background is catching up to this battle for fourth, so while I don't share your enthusiasm for victory there, Byron, I could see him moving up from his current 9th position without too much difficulty, although he's running out of time. We've got 4.5 minutes left. Lap time is about a little over a minute a lap, so probably about 4 laps remaining. That would be my ballpark guess.
You just wait until he fires off the blue shell.
Oh, blue shell. Watch out, Josiah! He's got the blue shell.
He will harness the power of the white baby. I don't know why my Australian accent sounds like it's JFK doing an Australian accent.
I feel like you're just JFK.
Oh yeah,
Extra going up the inside of Jeffries, side by side into turn 2. But that's good. That's the problem with the move into turn 1 there, is that it turns into the outside of turn 2 and leaves a pretty easy defensive line for the other car you're fighting with.
Well, you just drive straight across both. It's fine.
I mean, that would be ill-advised.
Yeah, it's fine.
So Jeffries in the Bach Motorsports car holding off the BMW Motorsports car. Andre Moll getting involved here now. The other Bach car is trying to get a piece of this.
Be sure to sign up for my racing team, Badonk Motorsports.
Badonk Motorsports. What alcohol companies are sponsoring the car this season, Byron?
Whatever's popular at the club. Ciroc.
Oh, God.
I think that's probably popular with flashy people now.
I don't know why it is.
Me neither, but I see a lot of it around.
I know.
Wine coolers. Brought to you by wine coolers.
Brought
I
to you
got
by...
a new sponsor. I got a new sponsor, but I'm saving it for when Travis is around.
Still holding the position. Ekstrom under attack from Maul holds on for the time being. He's in a bonk sandwich. That's not a great place to be.
You're gonna get
Wayne Hutchinson
bonked.
in the meantime going down the inside of Michael Magus, but Magus is going to take the inside line into turn 2 and hold on to 7th place, pardon me, for the time being. Ben Davis still putting the pressure on. Lachlan Nichols' charge has kind of stopped right after I was giving him props. He's kind of failed to make any real impact in the last 2 minutes, so I think probably 9th place is looking increasingly like the best he can achieve. But in fairness, that is pole for race 2.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he is Australian, and he probably ate too many eucalyptuses, and then now has to have a 16-hour nap.
Accurate if true.
Did you know that about koalas?
I was aware of this. Yes.
Yeah, they sleep as much as fucking cats. Because they're actually... Eucalyptus is actually poisonous, but their bodies have adapted to the point where it could break it down, but they OD on eucalyptus and then just pass the fuck out.
Break it down!
They're just drunk as hell, essentially. Or it's like... I think it's like, you know, koala tequila. It's actually poisonous for you.
And it is again Ekstrom going down the inside of Jeffries, and it looks like he might have gotten it done this time, but it's becoming the inside line for Jeffries. Kind of wish the camera had stuck with that fight. But it does look like the Swedish driver has outgunned the American in turn 2 to take over 4th position. Good work by Gustav Ekstrom.
What have I become?
And I have to finish
my Swedish friend.
And I have to finish off the break it down, degeneration eucalyptus. Ooh, things are getting real tight again. It is Ekstrom trying to hold off both the bonk cars of Michael Jeffries and Andre Moll. By the way, Andre, if I'm mispronouncing your name, please let me know, because I know there's some kind of a accent in there in the way he spells his name, so it probably isn't Moll.
It's either Moll or Mole. I don't think there's a third way to do that.
I'm just asking. I mean that goes out to anyone. If I'm butchering your name, please let me know.
I assume that it's pronounced Mole.
Ah, Mole. Ekstrom going down the inside of turn 1, but that I don't think that's on, because again that's going to turn to the inside. Ekstrom's no switch back. Jeffries is through. I kind of wish we'd gotten a closer up look at that. That was a very nice pass by Michael Jeffries. Very nice move into 4th place as we're down to the last lap here. It is Josiah Jerome, who now has a comfortable lead over Ben Davis. I think Ben Davis has gone off the track at some point. Joe Racer comfortably in 3rd. Mike Jeffries fighting with Gustav Ekstrom and Andre Moll. A little further back is Michael Magus and Wayne Hutchinson battling for Canadian bragging rights back there in 7th and 8th place. And Lachlan Nichols catching again, but it's a little too late, I think, for the Australian. He's going to be down in 9th place. Probably will get pole for race 2.
Mole for pole?
Lachlan for pole, sir.
Oh, it doesn't rhyme. I don't like it.
I know. Your winner is Josiah Jerome ahead of Ben Davis. Joe Racer, Michael Jeffries hangs on to 4th place ahead of Gustav Ekstrom, Andre Moll, Michael Magus, Wayne Hutchinson. And there is your pole sitter for race 2, Lachlan Nichols in the Race House Motorsports team. It's an interesting name.
Race House? Is that like mobile home?
I'm gonna guess.
Mike Magus currently racing for Fuck Performance.
My teammate Joe Racer. So it will be Nichols and Hutchinson who lead us away from pole and 2nd place. You can see Michael Magus, Andre Moll there. They are row 2. Ben Davis, Josiah Jerome, and Joe Racer all on the grid. We await the arrivals of Michael Jeffries, Lachlan Nichols, and Gustav Ekstrom before we can get underway here. There is Jeffries. So it is Ekstrom and Nichols that are still missing. Oh, a little bit of a flash there from the server. And it looks like Lachlan Nichols has been unable to join the grid, so pole position has gone to Wayne Hutchinson. It's an all-Canadian front row, Byron.
Oh, banned for being too Tasmanian.
Here we go. They're off. Joe Racer getting a little bit physical there with Mike Jeffries, if I'm being honest. And Ben Davis has stuck up a couple of spots there into 4th position. Josiah Jerome coming down the inside as well. Michael Magus going for the lead. He's got it. contact between Andre Mall and Ben Davis. That's a little bit ugly. And Ben Davis gets shoved out into Josiah Jerome. Ben Davis in third place. Josiah Jerome going to be pretty much at the back of the pack with Andre Mall. Mike Jeffries trying to get into third place there, but unable to do it. The two Canadians have retained the 1-2. It is Magus from Hutchinson, Davis, Jeffries, Ekstrom, Jerome. Racer must have had something happen to him because he slipped back to 7th. And Andre Mall is the chasing car in the background. He got kind of ricocheted off the two championship contenders, Ben Davis and Josiah Jerome.
I think Joe Racer got used as ammunition on that one.
The Math Hole racing car of Wayne Hutchinson, a team that I don't believe has taken home a victory in either Academy Series yet. So,
Menthol.
See what they can do. Math Hole.
And cigarettes.
Indeed. This race once again brought to you by Fiesta Pay.
Yes.
I introduced my army buddy to Fiesta Pay.
Probably sure that he's already had Fiesta Pay. He's in the army.
Navy, but yes. He came over and he had never seen Black Pants Legion, so I showed him the Fiesta Pale Urban Mech video and then the Battle of Tukid, and he enjoyed it immensely.
Excellent. And then he kicked an orphanage into a river?
No, that's your job, sir. That's your bit.
Hooray!
Have you abandoned Fiesta Pale as the sponsor of your team yet, in favor of more alcoholic products?
Well, no, I mean, Fiesta Pale was never the sponsor. It was PossumGrommets.com.
Ah, well, that's Travis's car.
Well, he's signed to my racing team. But I have an idea for a new sponsor, and it might be funny. I'm just waiting for Travis to be around.
We gotta have Travis around. It has a certain redneck appeal.
Theme,
Everyone's pretty close together except for Andre Mall, but even he's catching the back of this, so I think we'll have a good battle here. Ben Davis looking to try to make a move on Wayne Hutchinson, who is trying to make a move on Michael Magus as well. He's going down the inside here. Maybe a little bit of contact there, but nothing too exciting. And the top three continue through. Jeffries 4th, Jerome up to 5th. He's gotten past Ekstrom, so he's on a charge through the field. He was, of course, Race 1 winner and the championship leader, Josiah Jerome.
My goodness.
Get up there a little bit further. Ben Davis trying to look the inside of Wayne Hutchinson. Nothing doing there. Mike Jeffries with a good defensive line there, keeping Josiah Jerome behind. And Hutchinson's gone into the lead. Ben Davis is also through. Mike Magus down to 3rd place in one corner. Or is he? Still fighting with Ben Davis there. Yeah, Davis has got that. And Josiah Jerome, little touchy-touchy, and Jerome is off into the infield. Still leading the way. Well, not still leading the way because he just recently got the lead. Wayne Hutchinson leads the way from Ben Davis, Michael Magus, Michael Jeffries, Gustav Ekstrom, Joe Racer, Andre Mall, and Josiah Jerome. I demand that at some point, myself, Mike Davies, Mike Stoffmill, Mike Jeffries, Team Mike, come on, boys.
I've been pushing that for months. You didn't listen to me. Oh, what's going on here?
A little contact there between Magus and Davis. Magus coming off the worst of it, and he is going to drop back to, that would be 4th place behind Mike Jeffries, and may also lose a spot to Gustav Ekstrom here as well. Joe Racer also in the mix.
You're going to get extricated.
Ekstrom looking down the inside. Don't think there's anything on there. No, I do not believe so. And the pressure will continue there. Fight for 4th place. The top 3 are starting to edge just a little bit away. And in the background, Josiah Jerome is trying to catch up with the Blanc Motorsports car of Andre Mall.
I agree with that statement.
Indeed. Also, there's a Dirksen on the entry list for the endurance race at my local track here, the motorsport track.
No,
so
cool.
Interesting. His name is Ryan Dirksen.
I literally have no idea about anybody on my grandfather's side of the family, other than immediate family. He fled from the Hutterite colony, and there's a very good chance I'm related to some of them.
Yeah. I have no real idea on most of my dad's side of the family, frankly. They're all angry with each other, so they just don't. It's really it.
Well, I mean, your family does come from the part of the world where people get angry at each other and then they have civil wars.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Ben Davis, by the way, has taken the lead in the Prixium car over Wayne Hutchinson. So Prixium over Mathol. There you go.
No more smoking for you with the menthols.
In the meantime, Michael Magus is leading a train back there in 4th place, holding off Gustav Ekstrom, Joe Racer, and Andre Mall. Maybe not for much longer, though. Ekstrom looks like he fancies a run here into turn 1. Let's see if he can get the job done.
You're going to get molested.
No, Joe Racer will get molested. Thank you.
So I was talking to...
Ah.
You're always cutting me off.
Down the inside goes Ekstrom. Can he make the move stick? He's got very good traction there. And I would say that he's got that job done for the time being. As Magus tries to come back at him and is going to be unsuccessful. And that's going to open the door for Joe Racer to possibly even get by, but not quite yet. The 2 fuck performance cars are 5th and 6th place.
Fuck! It's like that little clip of the husky puppy. Like, speak! Speak! And then somebody's done the Samuel L. Jackson voiceover. Speak! Speak! Fuck!
That's not the greatest Samuel L. Jackson bit. Apparently, I think this is an unreleased interview, and especially whoever did it should definitely have demanded to be unreleased. But someone was interviewing him, and I swear they thought he was Lawrence Fishburne. That was fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
At
Apparently,
one point,
he's got... That happened a lot. He and Lawrence Fishburne both have shirts made up, said, I'm not, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that was his line after like one of the questions. He goes, "You do realize I'm not Lawrence Fishburne, right?"
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Magus getting a little bit wide there, and that's going to let Joe Racer up into 5th position and also open the door for Andre Mull. So it looks like the Canadian driver is dropping back through the pack, unable to maintain. Oh, he retakes to Racer, so Racer must have made a slight error, and that has allowed Magus back into 5th place ahead of the other FK performance car of Joe Racer. And Andre Mull there in the bonk car trying to get through, and Josiah Jerome is just like, gentlemen, continue fighting. I will just take advantage of this as he moves past Andre Mull there. So Andre Mull slips back to the back of the pack, putting a fight up. Putting a fight worthy of the bonk.
Fire photon torpedoes.
Fire the bonk torpedoes. In the meantime, Wayne Hutchinson is not really staying with Ben Davis. Not particularly surprising. Davis is quite quick. Mike Jeffries there in 3rd place. Gustav Ekstrom. Then it is Magus and Racer who are going side by side into turn 1 once again. Mike Jeffries there in 3rd place. A little bit of contact in the background there between Magus and Racer. Looks like Racer has come out on top of that particular scuffle and is now in 5th place. Of course, last time I said that, he quickly lost the position, but I think Magus is probably more worried about the guy behind him, and that is championship leader Josiah Jerome in the BMW Motorsports entry.
Never heard of him.
You've never heard of Josiah Jerome?
Nope. Must be.
I feel like that's a lie.
What are you, friggin' Maury Povich?
We do have 2 new guys joining up with 3D Speed, Darren King and Alvar Gomez Cuesta.
I did commentary on Mr. D. King's race yesterday.
Indeed. Looks like a talented young driver. Will be a good addition to the ESR grids. Michael Jeffries looking down the inside of turn 1. I don't think anything's on there, though. I think Wayne Hutchinson will retain 2nd place for the time being. Andre Mull in the back there was also trying to get around Michael Magus. Michael Jeffries actually has taken over for Wayne Hutchinson. Hutchinson must have made a mistake to make that happen, though. I wonder what happened there to Mr. Wayne Hutchinson, who's still on pace for a podium. looking much stronger here in race 2. But a little bit concerning there.
I am not concerned.
In the meantime, Josiah Jerome has overtaken Joe Racer, and just like that, the championship leader is into 5th place, despite 2 spins. He's on the charge.
If we get that man a real computer to race on, you guys will all be screwed. I can see why you're holding back.
Everyone's just like, oh, that's a nice hat. Oh, I'm supposed to put money in? Oh no, I couldn't put money in that hat. I actually got the whole story that Josiah never actually wanted to go to the United States. So that's an interesting one. And apparently he's a little bit of a track athlete.
Did he get deported from his home country?
No. His I want to say it was his aunt immigrated to the United States and did a lot of work to make it possible for them to immigrate there. So that was actually kind of a story similar to my own, because of course my dad's aunt is the reason that we're in Canada.
And not in some prison camp somewhere for horrible, horrible crimes against humanity.
They don't put you in a prison camp for that.
Well, not permanently, no.
No, they give you a medal for that. Like that's how that works where I come from. They say good job. There's some more Croatians over there. Here's a flamethrower.
You have made this month's quota.
Indeed. Yeah. I would be like a firm Partizan fan, which probably is a little bit disturbing based on what you and I know of the Partizan.
They're not totally nice people. Not all the time.
Indeed. I would say none of the time, to be honest. Tend to have 2 words kind of mentioned in conjunction with them, which is war criminals. In the meantime, Ben Davis pretty solidly ahead here with about 2.5 minutes to go. Mike Jeffries 2nd place. Wayne Hutchinson's dropped off a little bit off his back into 3rd. Ekstrom is catching him. And of course, the danger man is Josiah Jerome back there in 5th place. We know he's got the speed. And Michael Magus has fallen to the back of the pack. Looks like he has spun off. Possibly with Andre Mull, because Andre is also dropping heavily.
Could that be a zone of danger?
It is a zone of danger. He has repassed Mull, but is still dropping like an absolute rock. I suspect those 2 cars have picked up damage and a bit of a scuffle. And Ekstrom looking to get on the podium here. I think this would be Ekstrom's first podium if he was able to get it. He's not done a lot of ESR races. Down the inside of Wayne Hutchinson, but Wayne's got the switchback, little bit of contact. Ekstrom goes sideways. Josiah Jerome says, thank you, I'll take 4th place. I am not proud.
You have been extricated.
Indeed. And Magus has fallen back to the back of the pack and is dropping like a stone, so I would suggest that there is definitely something wrong with that car. Josiah Jerome putting the pressure on Wayne Hutchinson. You think Wayne can hold him off?
I think Wayne can hold... Oh, I just had a video glitch. We'll have to predict the rest as it goes.
Well, we've only got 56 seconds left, 1 lap, so
I say that Wayne has a definite chance to maybe possibly win as long as he does the things he's doing now.
Well, he's holding him for now, so you're not wrong there. Joe Racer is getting pretty close as well there in 5th place, and Ekstrom has slipped back to 6th after the contact with Hutchinson. I wonder what the stewards will have to say about that particular incident.
That it was hilarious.
It was a little hilarious, I'm not going to lie. Josiah Jerome getting very, very close to the exhaust pipe of Wayne Hutchinson right now. Can't find his way around. I think we can probably safely assume that Ben Davis is on his way to victory, though could be facing a penalty of his own. He had a very aggressive move there at turn 1 to start the race. That might come back to bite him. Josiah Jerome looking down the inside of turn 3. Can he get the job done? The answer is no. Wayne is still holding him. And
no, he did.
And this is where the server failed.
Well done.
So the deal there was that Martin Edmonds saw that an error had popped up on the server, and he turned it off.
Well, I mean, you got to turn errors off.
No, you don't. You let the race finish. Anyways, your winner on the slightly cut short race, Ben Davis. Second place going to Michael Jeffries. Third place to Wayne Hutchinson. Josiah Jerome, Joe Racer, Gustav Ekstrom, Andre Mull, and Michael Magus with the DNF/DNS of Lachlan Nichols. Join us next time as we have the 101 race at the Race Room GP. I don't think we have anything before that, actually. There's no zero race this Wednesday, and I don't believe the Tuesday series is kicked off yet. So I think that's all.
Join us for the wrestling podcast to end all wrestling podcasts.
And on my suggested videos has popped up the legend of Lisa Cuddy's thong. So
what about the Legend of Whiplash?
That's a fantastic thing that everyone should go watch because they got to get on my time. They got to stop rushing or dragging.
So you do know the difference.
They do know the difference. They're just not being honest with themselves.